Hello, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a family game night story. Uh, I do these stories because I think it's impossible. Or it's impossible. I think it's important for families to bond over something. They need to be able to communicate. And what better way than having fun over a tabletop role-playing game? Um, this particular one is called the Unpopular one. And lo and behold, that was me. I was the unpopular one. Here we go. Years ago, my good friend Gerald was running a D&D game, and there were 5 of us playing. Bill was running a fighter. My friend Ray was running a thief. Lena was running a cleric. I was running a wizard, and there was another person there running a ranger, but I didn't know that person, and I, for the life of me, cannot remember their name. But we had made up these characters. Gerald wanted to run it. Excuse me, they were 9 to 12th level, so they were pretty powerful characters. And we'd drawn class and race randomly, as well as alignment. And for those of you who don't know, who aren't gamers, alignment is like your character's moral outlook. So if you have a character that's chaotic evil, he's just a bad guy all the way around. If you have a character that's lawful good, he's the epitome of virtue and always obeys the law. He's just a good person. And they have every mix in between, lawful good, lawful neutral, lawful evil, chaotic good, chaotic neutral, chaotic evil, true neutral. They're just neutral good, neutral evil. I mean, there's a variety of different alignments, and they cover virtually every category that you want to run. And some classes require certain alignments and blah blah blah. I'm not going to get into that. My point is, most of the players were good. They ended up having good alignments, and except for me, of course, my character was lawful evil, which means I obey the letter of the law, but I'm evil, which makes me kind of a selfish bastard. And Gerald was very, very picky. He wanted us to run our alignments. He was very, very specific about that, and I said, okay. So for during the course of the game, for most of the game, uh, they didn't like me. It was discovered early on that my character was lawful evil, was not good, and they didn't like me at all. And part of this game is acting. Your character doesn't reflect you as a person. You get to play a part. It's like a role in a movie. The game had us tracking a white dragon. And this white dragon uh, had stolen an artifact, as I recall. And this artifact was an art. For those of you who don't know, an artifact is a powerful magical item. This dragon stole it and run off with it, and we were trying to track it down and get it back. That was the mission, the scenario. And we tracked this thing back to its lair. We went through the caves, the whole 9 yards, and found its lair. And immediately the paladin, or not the paladin, the fighter rather, jumped up and says, "I'll get it," and he charges in there because he wasn't the brightest bulb. And I said, okay. So everybody else started going in and doing their thing, and I'm hanging back. And they joined battle with this white dragon. And for those of you who don't know, I talk about this in some other games. A red dragon breathes fire. A black dragon spits acid. A white dragon has a freezing, frosty breath called a cone of cold that freezes people and does significant damage. Well, during the course of this, they were fighting this dragon, and the dragon was powerful enough to where these other 4 characters were pretty even hand to hand with this thing. And I was using spells from a distance to hit the dragon, and we were doing pretty good. What it finally got down to was they had the dragon and these 4 players. Well, I think the ranger was dead already, but the other 3 were there, and it was a pretty even fight. It could have gone either way, and being lawful evil, cast a fireball centered on the dragon's nose, and everybody was standing next to the dragon. And for those of you who don't know, a fireball, a little pea shoots out the end of your finger and goes out to wherever you want it, and then it explodes in a 30-foot radius blast area and kills, hits everything in there. And everybody was so low on hit points, it didn't matter if they made their save or not, everybody died. And I went in and I picked and choose all their magic items and money and all kind of stuff like that. And I got the artifact back from the dragon, and I delivered it back because that was what I had agreed to do. Never said anybody had to be with me when I did it, I never said anybody had to survive. So I got the artifact and I got it back to the guy, kept everything else. Yeah, I was the unpopular one in that game. Most of the people never wanted to game with me again, if you could imagine that. Gerald is one of my best friends. He's still a good friend. He'll run a game and I'll play, but these others not so much. I was the unpopular one. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.